Yeah, so we just interviewed, hold on, yeah, we're good. We just interviewed a woman who was, in which neighborhood?
Park Rose.
Okay. So what did you think about what she shared with us? I mean, what did we learn from her?
I thought it was a really interesting reflection on what are the realities of homeless people. Like she said, she's not treated very well, and people that drive past her are just assuming she's a drug addict, or, you know, like it's her fault that she's homeless, when really she's in her 70s.
Yep.
And she knows that programs exist.
Yep.
Because I've been guilty of this too. I'm like, well, that's why there's so many homeless people in Portland, because there's so much help for them here.
Yeah.
Like maybe there's no excuse to be homeless. Like, go get some help. Go to the mission. Go.
It's easy for us to say that, right?
Yeah.
That way. Yeah.
It's easier than doing anything or actually finding out what the problem is.
Right.
So, I mean, she recognizes the fact that some people do choose to be homeless.
Yep.
And some people it's drugs. Some people it's mental illness.
Yep.
But a great deal of it is like a situation like her and her extended family, from what it sounds
she's a
like.
great example of that. Someone who's not on drugs, who's not a drunk, who's not, you know, I mean, she's trying to get out of it, but she doesn't seem to have too many options.
Yeah, I mean, she's heard about some agencies and she's on a waiting list for one, but it sounds like any of the help that is available is for people who have already helped themselves in some way.
Yes.
Like they've already secured a possible lease, or they've already found a job. Right? But there's this whole gap between, like we were talking about with her, there's nothing to fill that gap.
Exactly.
Like you either have nothing, or maybe you have a little something and then you get help.
Right. So,
but if you don't have anything, you can't get any help.
Exactly. So as a result, she's there living in her van or her camper, right, with her two or three sons.
Yeah.
And really just stuck there.
And then her other son, who does have an apartment. It sounds like she has 5 kids, and only one of her kids has a place to live.
Yeah.
And they're all in their, 30s, 40s, maybe 50s, because she's 70 something.
Yep.
And so one of her sons has an apartment, and this is true. It's shocking, but I totally believe it, because it's not the first time I've heard this. His rent is gonna go from $1,200 to $1,600.
That's incredible.
Just a $400 increase like that.
Wow.
And I don't think there's even a law that you have to warn people much in advance. I mean, the landlord can decide whenever they want, and then all of a sudden you can't afford it anymore.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And so now we're also going to get into the topic of gentrification and how that kind of ties into the homelessness, and we're going to try to sort of get to the bottom of this today.
Because the more, we're going to show you my neighborhood, which is being gentrified, but hopefully in a responsible way, because most gentrification isn't responsible. It's just people that want to make money, flip a house, open up a bar, make some cash and charge huge amounts of money for whatever newly refurbished apartment that looks like the 1920s or whatever.
Trendy, cool, exposed brick, all that good stuff that people love. And we could see the other side of it now. So awesome. Thanks for that interview.
That's the goal.
That was awesome.